I thought it was, we got off to a great start, 11-3, and then we went into a little bit of a lull. I thought Melvin's shot at halftime was a big momentum. It was a key going into the halftime with momentum, up 13. And I thought the second half, the first 5 minutes of the second half, we went from 13. And I tell the players all the time, you go from 13 to 26 or 13 to 3. And those first 5 minutes were critical to our win today. We got it up to 20, whatever. I thought we shot the ball much better. I think 11 maybe. I'm not for sure. I think 11 is the most threes we've made so far this year. We had 17 to 0 points off turnovers, which is huge. Points in the paint 26 to 14. Fast break points 11 to 4. Second chance points 5 to 0. They had 3 offensive rebounds all game. They didn't have an offensive rebound in the second half. I thought our defense was good for the most part. Give Adelaide, or however you pronounce his name, a lot of credit. He shot the ball really well, especially in the second half. But I thought our guys, from a defensive standpoint, really locked in, and that's how we're going to win games. We're not going to make 11 threes every game. We're going to play. We're going to win playing defense, rebounding, and taking care of the basketball. We had 7 turnovers, 13 assists, and those are good numbers.
You may not be able to hit 11 threes every game. But
yeah.
When your offense was kind of struggling, how big were those timely threes from?
Yeah, we're getting. We didn't force any threes for the most part. Maybe a couple. We were getting open shots, and I thought we were driving and kicking, and and I've said it from the very beginning. We got good shooters. It's just sometimes the offense jump shooting is fickle. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. And you win. You don't win with 3-point shooting. You win with defense. And I think our guys have got to that point. They understand that. That's how we're going to be successful this year. And today was indicative of that.
Mark, you've got you finished the non-conference schedule. You got a 10-day break. You open the A10 schedule against VCU. How does this team need to carry the momentum, the consistency, the energy it's created in these first 13 games?
Yeah, it's this is the first part of the season. We're in our second season. Come December 31st. We got 18 games. It's great to be 12-1, but that's not going to help us when we play VCU on the 31st. We got to continue to work. You see us play. Sometimes there's portions of the game where we play really well, and then there's areas where we don't. And we need to, in order to, our goal is to win the Atlantic 10. Every year. That's our goal, and we got to play better individually, better as a team if we're going to do that. And it's going to start off against VCU, which I think is picked 1 or 2, right, in the preseason. So we're starting off with the big dog.
All 5 stars, double figures tonight. What does it say about the team?
Yeah, we share the ball. We don't have pigs. We don't have guys that are selfish. Guys are sharing the ball, and when you have 4 or 5 guys in double figures, it makes it more difficult to guard us. There's just not one guy that they can, the guy that they have to stop. They need to stop 5 guys, and that's difficult.
2 months ago, these guys had never really played a game together, a real game. If I had told you then you'd be 12-1, what would you?
No, I'm surprised. It's better than being 1-12. I can tell you that. But the guys have really, it's a process. We're not all the way there. We still got a lot of work to do. But the kids they bought in. They've become close. They play together. They play hard, and that's, to me. X's and O's are like 20% of the game. 80% of the game is you got to get those players to play hard. And, we've done that. Those kids are playing really, really hard. We don't play well all the time, but the effort is a given at Bonaventure. And they've really bought into that. And in the defensive performance so far, I don't know how many teams that we've kept under 60 points in our 12 wins, but there's a considerable amount.
Lajae shot the ball well. He also had 8 rebounds. Why was he the player of the game with the belt today?
He played well. Shot the ball. He defended. He rebounded. He was critical. He made some big timely shots, and he deserved it. And we could have given it to other guys. Melvin played really well, but you can't give it to one guy all the time. You got to, just like we share the ball, we got to share the belt.
A lot of timely baskets from Niagara as well. But that rebound margin is right kind of where you like it. A lot of steals and blocks from you guys. just while it may not have maybe seemed like the most defensive game, even though you did hold them tonight, a 19-point win. What did you see from the defensive side?
Yeah, our goal is you keep them under 40% field goal percentage, under 30% three-point field goal percentage, and they shoot 34 and 28. So we reached our goal. We want to out-rebound teams by 10. We out-rebound by 6. And we want to keep our turnovers under 10. So we hit some benchmarks. Got to shoot the ball better from the foul line. But we're getting better. Like I always talk about it, but we're not there yet, but we're improving. We're going in the right direction. Now it's, how high is our ceiling? That's the question.
Time for one more. Okay.
Coach Noah Belonga, got him in a couple minutes early on, took him out.
Yeah.
What are you seeing with him?
He's in a tough spot. He's the next guy up because of the injuries. He needs to put the ball in the basket, and I think once he puts the first one in the basket, I think the rim will open up and he'll play much better. He has a really good feel. He wasn't here the whole summertime, so it's a little bit unfair, but he's now, because of injuries, because of DeSante, he's put in that position, and now he's got to produce, and we think he can.
Thanks, everybody.
All right, Merry Christmas, guys. Thanks.
And Niagara will be up next.
Baby. You see it? Is this the first game? Yeah.
Big win for you guys, close out non-conference play. What did you see out there, and how do you guys feel closing out the first chapter of the season?
We got it done, 12-1. Can't complain about that. Still a lot of things to work on, especially going into conference. Niagara did a good job competing, so can't really complain.
Yeah, like you said, we can't complain. 10 new guys this year. We did good for the first season. And then we just worry about the second half, and we got a lot of things to work on, but we should be good.
Melvin, how do you see your team, the 12-1 start, how do you carry kind of the momentum, the consistency, the energy that you've created in the first 2 months through the 10-day break and into the A10 schedule, which starts in 10 days?
It started in the summertime. We was here for 10 weeks, and we got to feel for each other, and then practice. We just bring it every day in practice, and that's what lead us to the game.
Who got the belt today?
My guy over here, Lajae.
Didn't bring it in? No.
You guys, 12-1 is matches the best start in this program's history. It goes back to the year you guys were wearing the jerseys of today. How much does that mean to you, and how cool was it just kind of be able to wear those uniforms and win today?
That means a lot. Going back in history where players played with those jerseys, and for us to put it on and represent St. Bonaventure, that means a lot. And plus, we got the win against our rivalry.
Yeah, what does this team need to do to kind of continue the energy going into VCU when you open the A10?
We just really need to just work on our small things, so like defense basically. Because order to win, you got to play defense and rebound. And first half we was slow a little bit. Second half we started to pick it up. So going to VCU, we just got to work on our defense and crashing the boards and get second chances.
Lajae, the same question.
Just pick up the defense. It's good now. Fix small things. For us to win the VCU games, hold them out to one shot and out, which means play defense for 30 seconds and secure the rebound and just push in transition. We also need to work on our team offense too. Struggling a little bit, but we know we can fix the little things, play at a better pace, and continue scoring.
You guys shot 46% from three. Do you feel like that's a developing area of the team right now?
Most definitely. Most teams, people around think we're just attacker guys, and we've been working on our threes. So we're gonna keep shooting, and we're gonna always believe that we can shoot because we work on it in practice when we have workouts with our coaches. So that's gonna increase.
The team had 5 players in double figures in scoring as well. What does that say about how your team's depth is progressing as well, too?
Our team depth is great. Any night somebody could have a career high, even somebody come off the bench. We all got good players. and we know our role.
Melvin, speaking of role, you've been full-time point guard for 3 games now with this Lajae. How have you kind of handled that? How do you like kind of those responsibilities of running the point?
I mean, that's why I came here. I like pressure. I feel like I can control pressure. And me being a captain, I just got to make sure I put the team on my back every day. So it's been good.
Lajae, you got the belt for the first time. Are you guys feeling competitive? Everyone wants to get one or get more?
I mean, personally, I really enjoyed getting the belt. It was actually heavy, surprisingly. Just caught me off guard. It could be anyone's game to get the belt. My goal is to get it the most amount of times, but just within the play of the game.